Hello, everybody. Good evening or good afternoon. It's super late here in Ukraine. It is after 1 a.m., but I'm enjoying myself and I had something in my mind today. Actually, I had it for a couple of days and I really wanted to share this with you guys because it's fresh. Hey, lover, you are first. Unexpected live video. So guys, something that's pretty fresh experience on my mind, and I hope it will be helpful to many, and not only for dating Ukrainian women, but for life experiences and just attitude toward life. Hey Dave, this city never sleep. Kiev never sleep. So I'm just enjoying some. It's our first time, first evening when we are on our own, and I thought I would make a video. Hey John, John is saying hello, Trouble. I wanna know who is Trouble. Who did you just call Trouble, John? Hello, Patrick. Wow, everybody is on it today. What time is it there, guys? It is about what, like 8, 7? Depends on the state, right? I guess it's a good time. I'm holding my camera because unfortunately, I don't have a tripod. I don't have a tripod for the iPad. So if anybody has any ideas, feel free to share. But let's hop on the subject. So the topic today is rejection, and I will talk about rejection in terms of dating Ukrainian women and some particular situation, but I want to talk in general about rejection. And 6 p.m. says Glenn. Yeah, okay, great. Hey Glenn, good to see you, man. And everybody else, see so many faces, I know. Thank you guys for hopping in, joining in. And I want this to be interactive, so share your thoughts. I want to start that very often rejection is God's protection. Sometimes we are so desperately trying to be a friend or part of somebody's life, or whether that's family or dating or friendship. We want to be, we don't feel welcome, but yet we want to be part of something that the other person don't want us to be part of. We keep trying, we keep pushing, and we keep sometimes disconnect. We keep sometimes trying to be somebody else in order to not get rejected. And we were taught that rejection is a bad thing, right? But if you go back and you look at certain situations when you desperately wanted to be someone's friend, when you desperately wanted to be in a relationship, and you thought she was the love of your life, or he was the love of your life, but then you realize that no, it really wasn't. It was just a desperation for something, and the rejection that person rejected you, it was the best thing ever. When somebody you really wanted, you thought, oh my gosh, that's meant to be, whatever, and you got rejected. At first you were in tears, but then you totally realize why it actually was a better thing. John says rejection is no problem. Well, here's the thing. I noticed that a lot of guys afraid to approach women because they're afraid to get rejected. And coming back to and narrow it down to Ukrainian women, and in particular, in dating Ukrainian women. And by Ukrainian I also mean Slavic. It's all the nationalities that have similar mentality, right? So in this case, guys, you have to understand that you're doing something out of the box. It's out of the box to go to another country to find somebody that you think might be more suitable for you. It's out of the box to date out of your nationality, out of your country, out of your race, out of your religion. It's out of the box. And if you do that, your chances of rejection are going up, 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 higher, higher, higher. But the thing is, even if you get rejected 90%, there is those 10% that would actually, sorry guys, I'm trying to get comfortable. There is those 10% that will actually consider you. You don't need 100 women. You don't need thousands of men following you if you're a woman. You don't need to have thousands of admirers to find just one good person, right? So don't let it hold you, but yet realize that you got to get comfortable with being rejected, because that's what's going to happen when you're looking for a younger woman. And most of you guys, for some reason, looking for a woman that is at least 10 or 15 years younger. Well, first of all, some of you are in your 50s, and you maybe still want to have children, or just for some reason, you're attracted to, whoever you're attracted to. Well, just be ready for a lot of rejection. Maybe your idea will change, or maybe you will meet the person you want to meet, but it's gonna take a while. And if you're gonna take every rejection as a defeat, your self-esteem gonna go down, and you're gonna be negative, and you're gonna be mad at all the women, and you're gonna meet new ladies, and you will be holding resentment because you were rejected so many times. Well, maybe you're looking at the wrong places. Maybe you reach out to wrong people. If you're telling me that you have a desire for a woman who is compassionate and who has family values, but yet you're stuck on the websites that are totally photoshopped, as women, I can tell we all love to dress up and so forth, but when you go to a website that's totally photoshopped, and all women look like they're Playboy models, what makes you think that these women are looking for the family values, and they are are serious? Yes, they can write in their profiles that they are, but that this is not true. And it's possible that you're looking at the wrong place when you keep getting rejected. But even if you look at the right, even if you look at the right place, you can get rejected because sometimes you just don't have a chemistry. Sometimes you meet somebody and they like you. Imagine this. Imagine this. You're going on a date, and every single woman you meet, you have a special connection with. How do you choose? If you absolutely every single female you meet on a date or just in a social life, you have special connection, how would you choose? It would be, it would be impossible. And the truth is, we only have special connection with few people in our entire life. And therefore, be okay with being rejected. Be okay when you have unique desire. You have some unique. You're looking for some unique person. You look out of the box. I tell you what, if you go and look for the equal, if you are a guy and instead of looking for a younger attractive woman, you would look for a woman that is your age, like literally your age, and have very average looks, you're not gonna be you have better chances of not being rejected, possibly, but you want something different. And you have maybe you have a taste you have certain idea of a woman and you're not attracted to anybody else. I'm not here to tell you guys who you need to be attracted to. That's not the purpose of my life, you know. I mean, I should be sleeping by now, but that idea was going in my head, that if every rejection you take is a defeat, you're gonna break down. But if you take it as you're going the wrong way, you know, John, it's not so important sometimes about the exact age. I'm just took it as an example. You know, we all know what is out of our league. You know, let's just face it. We all know what's is easy and natural, but sometimes people have desires that are out of the box. And so when they have these desires, I'm not saying you should not, you know, don't let anybody tell you you can't pursue them, but be ready that you're gonna hit a lot of bumps, and maybe your desire will form. So I was saying about how some men tell me, oh, Veronica, you know, I wish I could find a woman. I mean, it's kind of weird to say this, but you know, some of my subscribers tell me that they want to find a woman that have similar values to that what, you know, values I have, or you know, they kind of attracted to particular kind of women. But let me tell you, women like this aren't sitting on the websites. You know, they're not just sitting there and posting their pictures, and you know, they're busy with their life. And that's why sometimes you have to get out of the box and take some courage and talk to people and make friends and all that. But sometimes, guys, and I understand that sometimes you even, you know, scared to just say hello. I mean, you might not get the phone number, you might, that lady might be married, but you gotta in a way, you gotta get rejected so many times that rejection is no longer like a big deal. Like, it's like you're so used to it. If somebody tells you no, you know your value and you're fine with it because you respect the other person. You understand that they have a freedom to choose whatever they want. You know, they don't owe you to like you. You know, you know, it's you know, sometimes we take things so personally, but nobody owes you to like you. You know, people have their preferences, people have their desires, and you know, don't get mad at somebody just because let me see if I can put this camera like don't get mad at somebody just because I did something. Okay. Don't get mad at somebody just because you know, they are, you know, totally rejecting you, they're ignoring you. Well, it means that they are not for you and you're not for them, and you just move on. And once again, when you have a unique desire, you know, when you have something that is, you know, way harder to get, you're gonna be rejected a lot. And some people, knowing your weakness, they know what you're looking for, and you know, they're gonna try to take advantage, they're gonna try to lie, they're gonna try to use you, they're gonna try to you know, use you financially for something, to get some stuff, and they're gonna play some games. But you know, if you just observe and not observe, and you know that there is a person somewhere, you can feel it for what you want, you're gonna be calm. You not gonna be you're not gonna feel threatened, and you won't try to prove yourself. You know, the worst thing we do sometimes, guys, is when you know, any of us really gets rejected, and then you know, we try to prove that person how much value we have. So basically, someone is hurting our feelings, and we're trying to run after that person, like knock, knock, knock on their door and say, no, 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 you didn't understand me. I'm this great man, or I'm this great woman. You just, you know, you just overlooked. I have all these qualities. no, just take a second look, please, please don't go. That's what most of us do when we get rejected. We saw that that was love of our life, and we try to run after that person and um, kind of convince them in our value instead of just say, oh, okay, all right, just taking a rejection as a arrow that points wrong way. You know how sometimes when you drive, uh, like when you drive, especially if you're a new driver, if you know what I'm saying, like, and you go and you dead end, or you are on a highway and it shows an arrow and it says wrong way. So sometimes we go the wrong route, and we have to be grateful for people who reject us fast, that not lead us on and make us believe that there is something more. That's the worst thing in the world, when somebody leads you on for days, months, years, and you think that this is true, and then after many many years a person rejects you and tells you that they never love you. Wouldn't you rather take rejection on the first couple dates, first couple months, than being hurt and rejected when really you are totally connected, um, and it's like, you feel like somebody just betrayed you because you trust them and they told you they accept you and you made some plans, and then you realize it was not true. So the faster somebody rejects you, the better. It tells you, so they save your time. So instead of proving and try to prove yourself to these people, what you can do is you can move on, and instead of prove a girl you're talking to that you're so good, you better off move on, choose to something else, because this lady obviously not, excuse me guys, that lady was obvious never interested. Sometimes people just do not have any interest, or whatever, they have interest in something that's not do not mention yours. So that's just, guys, some thoughts, some food for the thought. I might make some more videos on this. Guys, let's stay on the topic if you don't mind. It's really really late here. I think it's probably almost 2 a.m. but I'm just, guys, it's gonna sound weird, but I'm just enjoying last couple days in this beautiful Airbnb, and yeah, and I just, this topic was coming out because I saw frustration guys going through, and taking it really personally, that something doesn't work out. I can understand that. I used to, I can really understand that. I mean, as just a human being, I can tell you that when I was in my teens, I was taking rejection, so I was suffering so much from people not accepting me or pointing things that they thought were wrong. But then, there is a great thing about maturing, about knowing your value. Everybody is not going to be your friend. Everybody is not going to be your lover. Everybody is not going to be the significant person. Some of us have people that we were in relationship with that we will remember to the rest of our lives, because they made an impact on our life. And no matter what happened, we're grateful to them. They opened up our world, or, they were amazing in some kind of way. It's not going to be hundreds of people. It's just going to be a few people that impact us this or other way, and that's powerful. So yeah, I just want to tell you guys that um, I mean, as far as I understand men, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I understand men, sometimes you take things, very, very seriously, and you take things as a defeat, and sometimes you don't want to try anymore because somebody told you something, and you took this courage to approach a lady, or we do talk about dating, so yeah, and she said she doesn't, she didn't give you a phone number, or she did not respond, and you feel, or you don't even come, you like somebody and you just don't even tell them, you just real scared or that they're gonna reject you, but um I think we don't sometimes get rejected enough, because if we do, we would know how to deal with that better. And I think with men, you take it so seriously sometimes, and it can be so painful and hurtful. But if you would consider that the woman that rejects you was not meant to be with you, and she actually helping you to not waste your time, right? She's helping you to not waste your time and move on. You know how many people are dishonest, and they trying to make you feel as you mean something in their life, and they waste so much of your time, and then you realize it was all game. So if somebody tells you right away, look, it's not gonna work, um, you can see what your options are and move on and just do your thing and be happy. Yeah. Sometimes you don't know what rejection saves you from, what kind of disease, what kind of destiny, what kind of heartbreak. I know many stories, from sometimes some older times. I mean, I don't know how to say, or shall I say early times. Some stories from early times where I was a little bit younger, but I have friends were like getting married, and some of them, we had social pressure back then to get married, and the girls were heartbroken that this guy didn't marry them. They really want another guy. And then some of these guys became alcoholics, and some of the guys became really low class, even though they were popular in school. But later on, they became low class people. Like they didn't really make it in life. And those ladies were heartbroken for a while, but then they were like, oh wow, that was a good thing, it didn't work. And I want to tell you this, guys, from my own experience, I would say my latest experience in life overall, I would definitely say maybe last 5 years, everything that I looks like, oh, it didn't work out, actually did work out. Like all the relationships that didn't, I mean all the relationship, romantic and friendship and social, I realized there was a reason for everything. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. That's exactly right. You can't break real friendship with something not important. All of us, we are all not perfect. We all have our shortcomings, and I realized that everything that I thought, man, if I would just try harder, or if I would just be a little bit, I don't know, better in some way, this wouldn't happen. And I realized everything that had happened had a big reason for it, and I would not have it any other way. I mean, it took a while to really see that and feel that, but it's very true. rejection can be a gift, and being comfortable with it is a big power. I actually had a member when I was doing the book club, which was going for a while. Members that did exercise, it was so funny. Chuck, I don't know if you will ever listen to this video, but so he was awesome. We had this exercise, and you needed to go and do the silliest things, ask people for the craziest favors that are kind of ridiculous, and you kind of know you're going to be rejected, and you do it like 100 times. And it was so funny because he actually started doing these rejections. It was an exercise in a book. I forgot the name of the book, but I hadn't forget his experiences, and he would share with us, and we would be dying laughing. When he would go to like a hotel, on a reception, like some really nice fancy hotel, and he comes to the reception and he's like, "Hey, do you have room available?" And the receptionist says, "Yeah, we do." And then he's like, "Oh, by the way, I was wondering, can I just go to a room and take a little nap? I would say like half an hour." And and the person would say, I don't think so." No. So like he would do the craziest stuff and take it, turn it into humor, and just it was the most hilarious exercise. And we can all try that, we can all practice that. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves to not take ourselves so seriously. And even when you have short experiences with people, they have powers, they have some kind of lesson, or they have some kind of joy, into them. So even if you got rejected by a beautiful woman you went on a date with, think about this: how many men would like to go on a date with this lady, even if nothing ever happens? Like, you can enjoy that fact that even you spent 1 hour at the restaurant, but maybe it was really good just by what it is, just like 1 hour having fun and getting ideas. Also rejection gives you strong ideas of what you really want. Yeah. So I mean, I can go on and on, but just I really think rejection is just as part of life as when somebody accepts you, just as much. Why are we not getting upset when somebody accepts us and want to be with us and want to be a friend or want to have a romantic relationship? Why we not get suspicious? Why this person like us, or why somebody have feelings for us? Why are we not getting upset over that? Because we have imperfections. I just really think it's okay. You're not we are not a dollar, $100 bill. So there are gonna be people that just not interested, and that's fine. Yeah, Billy Joel, can't go wrong with Billy Joel, Glenn. Just the way you are. I love that song, and it's a great wisdom, simple wisdom, guys. So I'm sorry I'm not reading a lot of chats. I see the chats. I know there are some random things going on, but I'm super tired, guys. I can't really comment on the chat. I just wanted to come out, and I have to hold my tripod my iPad, because the tripod I got does not work. So I'm having an exercise here. So anybody wants to put a last minute comment on that thing? By the way, if you go to entrepreneurs history, people who did entrepreneurial stuff and like create the bulb, the electrical. Uh, you know, they found with Edison, they found like thousand ways how the bulb doesn't work. I mean, all the great things take patience. And one more time, guys, for you who are in Ukraine, dating Ukrainian women, let's just be honest, looking for beautiful women, looking for women that stands out, looking for women that are, really would be a lot of times out of your reach if you would be in a Western country. But you do have something to offer. Just be ready that rejection's gonna be there, but you don't need thousands of women. It all boils down, you just need one, and there is somewhere that one, you know she's somewhere out there. But you guys just have to be patient and learn. That's all. You're not gonna have any rejection, guys, if you find a person who is really unattractive and not interesting and boring, right? Like, if you approach somebody who in some ways is available, and kind of not that interesting, you're not gonna get rejected, but that's not what you want. So step up your own game and don't take anything for granted. All the experiences are a gift to us. Somebody is waking up. Look at this guy. Oh, I think I woke somebody up. I'm gonna go put him back to bed. Have a great day, guys, a great evening. I'm gonna take this little guy and put him back to bed. So with that being said, please, I wasn't able to connect I can't have a longer discussion, but once the video is posted, feel free to comment on this. And well, it's more like the rest of my night. It's, I think, like 2 a.m. here or something like that. But anyways, if you have some unique experiences with rejection or your attitude toward rejection or anything like that, feel free to comment under the video. And by the way, guys, it's finally, I'm over with my tour with the people. I still have people who are here, but they kind of doing their own thing, and I have a little bit more free time in terms of work, and I already scheduled some consultation for well, Bryce, it's 2 a.m. at night, so maybe 3, so I look okay. So yeah, this week is already taken. I'm consulting a couple of people, but maybe next week, if you really need to book time with me, you can. I still have very limited time because I'm here doing things. I have some time to do what I need to do now. But if you need help, and let me know. It is a paid service, so consider that too. If you really think you can get some value, then you can request. If you're not sure, then I don't know, maybe post your questions, and if they're interesting enough, I will consider making a video. So guys, if I will wait till I'm not tired, I'm gonna be, I'm on my feet most time, like today, I had an experience of being a real Ukrainian. I didn't take a cab. I didn't take a shortcut. I used subway. I was between a bunch of people, and there were all kinds of smells around me, and I went 30 miles out the center and back. I wanted to have it. I could totally afford the cab, but I wanted to have the real Ukrainian experience. And let me tell you, it's I'm really glad I don't have to have it. Let's put it like that. But it was fun, though. It's fun sometimes to mix with the crowd, to be invisible. And I specifically wear like, just like a black t-shirt and a pair of jeans, so to not stick out of the crowd. And still I had an appointment with somebody who saw me for the first time, and they kind of figure out that I was not living here. So I'm like, I wonder how people figure that out. So, but yeah, so guys, if I will wait till I'm in a perfect condition and shiny, there are gonna be no live videos. So consider that too. Sometimes you have to take it out while it's fresh, rather than wait until you're gonna be all ready. So yes, but I'm ready to go to sleep and tomorrow wake up early. I love waking up early. So guys, I hope you have a good summer, and don't take someone's no as a defeat. Take it as a sign and an arrow to move in a different direction. Don't spend your time to prove yourself, you know. If somebody does not accept you, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. So guys, okay, let's see. Bryce, hey Bryce, could you can guys, you can private message me on Facebook, and I will see what I can do. Also, my email consultveronika@gmail.com. I will post it under the video. So please understand, I won't be able to work like I do in Michigan, but I can take here and there. I can take some people. I like to help while I'm here. Just it's gonna be a little bit more, moderate. I can do the full thing, but drop me a line and we will go from there. Consultveronika@gmail.com. Please consider that this week is already taken, but next week I might have a couple spots, so we could do our thing. And if you are in Kiev, guys, and another thing I want to tell about messages, don't send me a message with no information. I don't answer messages like, can you help me? Or I need your tour, or are you married, or can I go out with you? Guys, stuff like this is so annoying. And then these people keep sending me back messages that I do not respond. So if you want me to respond, you have to say a little bit about yourself and what exactly help you need, because I can't give you a response if I don't know what you need. And if I know I can't help you, I'm gonna tell you upfront that I'm sorry, but I cannot help you. So guys, all right, I can go on, but if you need me, you know where to find me. Comment under the video if you need some guidance, if you're traveling or you have a relationship thing, issue, or something like that. Just consider that you see me, you kind of know who I am, but I do not always see you. Some of you guys not even having a picture and not even having a name, and then I receive messages that have no information. You have to introduce yourself first, and then share what you need help with, and we can go from there, guys. So have a great evening, and I have to do some little maintenance here, and I'll be right back. So I'll be back soon on live, guys. Have a wonderful evening.